Hello, Luke, the Hard Times guy here. I'm going to call this little video public service announcement. More than anything, there's some things going on this weekend, next weekend, and if you live in Lawrence County or southern Indiana, it's something cool to do if you want to. And I'm going to talk about some ladies that some of them I've known for a long time, some of them not so long, but they're just people that I like, and they're doing things, and I like to tell you what they're doing, because they don't need my help, that's for sure. A lot of them are way more successful at what they do than similar things that I do, but when I'm just gomming around, I like to, if I can, let you know what's going on. So the first lady's, her name's Misty Pate. And if you're from Bedford, Indiana, and you know Misty, you probably know her as the young lady who one time owned and operated Wildflower Antiques on the east side of the square. And that place is still there, but hadn't been open for maybe 2 years because she's went on to do other things. But this week she's going to have, tomorrow actually, Saturday, September the 4th, and the next day, Sunday, September the 5th, she's going to have what she calls a pop-up sale. And I don't know where that term comes from. It's probably the correct thing to call what she's doing, and you know, I'm just not trendy enough to keep up with what you're supposed to call stuff. I'd call it a yard sale, or I'd call it opening up the antique shop for 2 days. But she's calling it a pop-up sale, and it's there at Wildflower Antiques on I Street between 15th and 16th Street, or between US 50 going east and US 50 going west. She's having a sale there Saturday and Sunday. So stop in and see her if you know her. You'd like to stop in, visit with her, and those of us that love to go in her shop and were distressed when she closed it. It's one last chance maybe to go in there and get something that you should have bought 2 years ago. So she's doing that. And while I'm talking about her, I might as well just say that she has done an exceptional thing, I think. And when you watch a Hard Times guy, you get to just know what he thinks, or hear what he thinks, or be told what he thinks, and it doesn't matter whether that's what you want to hear or not. But I think she's an exceptional young lady, and she's undertook it to try a new venture, YouTube online sales, in conjecture with her eBay reselling and some of the other things that she was already doing. And she's, in my estimation, she's become a rock star. She's done really well at what she does, and she gets lots of views on her videos, and I'm just really proud that she lives in Bedford, Indiana, and she's somebody I know, because she's really done a good thing with her YouTube sales store. And those of you that know her from that, you know her as Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter. That's, if you get on YouTube and look up, Google or search Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter, you'll find Misty, and she's got all kinds of videos on there where she shows you stuff and takes you on little journeys, and it's just a fun time. Get on there and see what she's doing. Local girl makes good. That's a good story. The second thing I want to talk about is the Country Neighbors Tour, and those of you that know what that is know that we haven't had it for 1 year, maybe 2 years since we've had a Country Neighbors Tour. And that is a group of, I'm going to call them local people, but they're not all local. I think there's one that's as far away as Seymour, and then there used to be some up around Bloomington. Probably Bonnie Spinks is the furthest one north now, but maybe not. But Lawrence County, Jackson County, and that'll probably get it. These vendors, they're people that have home-based business. In other words, in their home or in a building next to their home, they have a little business that they run, and they have a regularly scheduled event about 3 or 4 times a year. I think this year they're going to have 3. I'm not sure. I think 3 is what it is for this year. And they published a brochure, and I got one here. You can pick these up at any antique shop. You can pick them up at Robinson's Auctions. Probably Kinser's Auctions too has these laying around. You can go online and Google Country Neighbors Tour 2021, and you can see this information and more information. But these young ladies, and I say young ladies, they're not all young ladies. There's probably some men involved in some of this, but mostly ladies. And the ones I know the best are Denise and the 2 Bonnies. I was looking at this a while ago, and I think there's another Denise. I don't know her, but at least I don't think I do. But the Denise that I'm talking about is Denise Croce. She has a place called the Mustard Seed, and just a really cool place. She's got all kinds of the kind of stuff that I love, old primitives and country articles and furniture and the kind that I like. And you can go on a tour of her place and just enjoy yourself. And she has lots of stuff for sale. And then the 2 Bonnies, the first one's Bonnie Parks, and she's over here on Sunny Acres Drive. And she has a place over there called Cabin in the Pines. And I don't know whether, I think she's open sometimes. I know she's open around Christmas, whether it's a Country Neighbors Tour weekend or not. But she maybe other times too that she's open. She's got a little log cabin over there, and it's just chock full of good stuff. I just love to go in there and look around. It even smells good in there, and she's usually got cookies or cider or something to give you. I don't know what COVID's going to do to that, but Bonnie Parks. And she's got a big pole barn over there, and sometimes it's open too, and it's full of good stuff too. Bonnie's been, I don't know, she's been buying and selling antiques for probably more years than any of us want to admit, but Cabin in the Pines, Country Neighbors Tour, Bonnie Parks. The other Bonnie's Bonnie Spinks, and those of you that are from around Bedford and familiar with antique goings and comings and dealers, Bonnie Spinks, I first encountered her, I think my first encounter with her was at Peddler's Corner, at the corner of 15th and 8th Street there in Bedford, down there in the old Farm Bureau building, back when Anna Whitting ran the place. And I hadn't thought of Anna for a long time. And there's another sweetheart, another lady that I've lost track of her, don't know where she's at and what she's doing nowadays, but, you know, great person, Anna Whitting. She ran Peddler's Corner. Bonnie Spinks worked for her and had a booth in there. And then later on, Bonnie ran the place, I think. She ran it for a while after Jeff and what's her name, Missy Lombrick bought that. And the Lombrick family still runs a business there. I think they still call it Peddler's Corner. It's a little bit different kind of business than it was in those days. But anyway, Bonnie Spinks, she worked at Peddler's Corner, and now she has her own place, and she's on this tour. Her place is called Washboard Antiques, and if you're going north there, you pass on 37 going towards Bloomington, and you pass the Needmore School. It's there at Trogdon Lane. The next road up there is Washboard Road. Go up there and turn right there to PDR, or whatever the name of that plastics place is, and turn right, and then almost as soon as you get past PDR, turn left into Bonnie's driveway. It's a place called Washboard Antiques. That's Bonnie Spinks. And she too's on this tour. I might as well go ahead and talk about the rest of these people. I can't really talk about them like I can talk about those 3, because I've known those 3 for a long time, and I've bought stuff from them, and they bought lots of stuff from me. And I see them all the time out and about, and just really fine folks. I love all 3 of them. I see the next one on here is a lady named Rita Anderson. She has a place called Rita's Decor, and it's east of me a little bit. I live on South Leatherwood Road. And her place is over on Leatherwood Road, but it's not too far out there. And she has lots of good country decor, pictures and wall hangings, and all kinds of things for your kitchen and for your country farmhouse, and just a really nice place and a nice home decorating stop there on the tour. Her daughter, I think it was her daughter, the girl told me, she lived right down here just past me towards town, maybe second or third house down there, less than a quarter of a mile. She lived down there about maybe a year, maybe not quite that long, and then she moved. She used to come to my yard sales, and on the same day that I usually have one, on the same day they're having their tour. And she told me Rita was her mom, I think. But she doesn't live down there anymore. I don't know what happened to her. The Wash House, that's a place over just across, I don't know whether that's in Jackson County or not. It's either in Jackson County or it's right at the edge of Lawrence County. You turn on the Leesville Road and then go towards Leesville and take the next left, and it's just right there. And looks like Andrea Felschner is that girl's name. And I don't know whether, I think her and her mom both, I don't know whether they're in that business together or whether Andrea is the mom and the one I'm thinking, the younger one I'm thinking of is, I don't know which one's which. But it doesn't matter because they're both just really nice folks. And if it's one or if it's the other one, it doesn't matter. They got lots of good stuff there too, stuff that I like, and I like to go there from time to time. They have other yard sales there, and I've been there and bought stuff from them. Wild Gourd Down Home, and that says Derek, Deborah, and Jerry. Don't have my glasses on. Loeffner, I think that is, or Loper. Deborah and Jerry Loper, and that's in Norman. I don't know whether I've been to their place or not. There used to be a place on this tour in Norman. I used to like to go there too because she sold that Staub's old-fashioned paint there, and I love that paint. And I used to go there and buy some of that paint from her. But she quit being on the tour for a while, I think. If it's the same people, then sounds like they're back. I don't know. Don't know whether I know them or not. Black Crow Country Mercantile, Kay Fisher. I know her. She's she probably doesn't know me, but I've been to her place too. Neat little place. Kind of hard to get to. I'd read you these directions, wouldn't do no good. You'd get lost just thinking about them. But I think she's a cousin to my middle daughter's father-in-law, Kenny Fisher. Those of you from went to school at Bedford North Lawrence and had Kenny Fisher in Bible Lit or English. I think he taught maybe literature or English or something like that. This lady here is his. She's married to one of his cousins, Kay Fisher. Nice lady, nice place. Barnlight Primitives. That's over there around Brownstown somewhere. I think it's out the road towards Salem there. Maybe towards Fort Valonia. And I've been to that place too, but it's been several years. And I run across them a time or two. I think I met them the first time at Fort Valonia days. I set up over there 2 or 3 years ago one time, and I had a good time, met a lot of folks. I think I met them, a young couple, Jeff and Laura Fleetwood. And they got neat stuff, and they make things like light fixtures and stuff out of neat stuff like old buckets and things like that. It's a good place to stop. Nice young folks. I think I saw her over at Bub Lynn's auction maybe a month ago or so. I think that was her I sat and talked to for a little while. But they're on the tour. Red Roof Cottage. jewelry. And that's the other Denise. That lady's name's Denise Walker, and I don't know whether I've ever been to her place. Don't know if I know her or not, but she's associated with these people. I'll recommend her without even knowing her. The Old Country Mercantile, Lisa Bailiff, and Ellen George. There's another one. McFadden Ridge Road. Not sure where that is. Not sure I know them. I know some bailiffs. And I don't know a bad bailiff, so I know some Georges too, but one or two of them I wouldn't recommend to anybody, but it's probably no relation to this George. Yeah, well, I'm about to get in trouble. Primitive Crow, Debbie, what's that say? I don't know what it says. Comstock, Debbie Comstock. And that's over by Seymour somewhere. I don't think I've been to that one either. I'm going to have to make it a point to go see some of these ones that I haven't been to. If you're going to go that far away, you might as well stop there in Brownstown and see the, what's that called? Rough and Rusty, that little antique shop. They got good stuff. And then this lady here can probably tell you where there's another place over there called Rusty Charm. And I can't remember that gal's name. I've got her card in there. I love her to pieces. She bought a lot of stuff from me, and I got a thing right over there. I traded her for a cabinet that used to sit up, that used to hang on the wall right there. She's 6 foot 2 inches, and she's proud of it. And her husband's, I don't know how tall he is. His name's Rusty. He's not near as tall as her, but good folks, good folks. They're not on the tour either. Anyway, that's the Country Neighbors Tour. It's coming up the following weekend, September the, what is that? September the 10th and 11th. And those two days are, I hope, at least one of them, I'll be open here. I'll have this building open. I'll put my signs up down there on the either end of my road, one over by Shawswick School and one down there on Tunnelton Road. Don't go here and miss going to Bonnie out that way or Rita out that way, but stop by and see me if you can. I got a barn full of stuff here. It's all from, most of it's for sale. I'd call it, most of it's wholesale. There's some of it that isn't, but you know, it's, if you like it, you like it. And the prices are good. Lots of people think I'm on the Country Neighbors Tour because I have a yard sale so often. There's people that one time I wasn't open. They come to my house anyway and left a note on my door. Said, "Why weren't you open this year? We thought you were on the tour." And I never have been on the tour, but because I can't always be open on the dates that they're open. But anyway, Country Neighbors Tour. Make it a point to come to Lawrence County and Jackson County and see these nice folks. And while you're in the neighborhood, you might as well stop and see me too. Last person I want to talk about is the person that I just met. Actually, I didn't meet her. I mean, I feel like I met her. You can probably tell I make YouTube videos, and I watch a lot of YouTube too. I like to get on there and see what other people are doing, and watch their videos. And I watch all kinds of them. Watch a lot of music videos. I think, well, just last night or night before last, I found a concert from 2008 at some, can't remember the name of it, but it's some bluegrass festival in 2008, and a group called the, what was their name, Steel Workers or Steel something, bluegrass group, and Chris Stapleton was singing with them. They did 14 or 16 songs, and I mean, man, that was some good music. I started listening to that, and I listened to the whole thing. I don't know how long it lasts, but I watched them and Chris Stapleton. Just had a good time. But forget that. What I started to tell you was I found this woman maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Her name is Jeannie Robertson. And the reason I'm telling you about her is I just discovered her, and she's been doing this forever. I think I learned one day last week that she was in the Miss America pageant as Miss North Carolina, I think in 1963, and it said she had the record for being the tallest ever. I don't know whether it's from North Carolina or the Miss America pageant or both. Maybe she's the tallest contestant they ever had. But 6'2", nice looking lady. 1963 Miss America. I think she was Miss Congeniality that year. But I just discovered her, and what she does, she makes videos, and in the videos she tells stories, and the stories are humorous stories, and her goal is to make your life a little better that day, to make you laugh. And the lady has lots of class, and she can make you laugh without getting vulgar or without getting off-colored or a lot of the things that comedians think they have to do nowadays. She doesn't do any of that. You can sit down with your family, with your kids and your grandkids, and you can watch her. And I enjoy her humor. And just for the sake of getting to know me, or for the sake of my children and grandchildren, wanting to know about me, this is the kind of humor I enjoy. This is the kind of person I enjoy. If I could have met her in person, I know I would have liked her, and we would have been friends. Jeanne Robertson. Find her. You'll enjoy her. I'm going to tell you something, one last thing, then I'm going to close this video. Yesterday I was out here. I was over there working, and had the TV on one of them all music channels, and it was playing songs. It's one of them kind that the songs loop, and I listen to it about every time I'm out here, so I got all the songs memorized. And I thought, you know what, I think I'll listen to Jeannie a while, because I could listen to her without watching her while I'm working here. And so I went, got on YouTube and found her, and found a video I hadn't seen. I punched it up and went back to work, and I was listening to her and laughing along with her. And then that video ended, and I expected another one to start, but it got real quiet, and nothing happened. And I finally noticed it, that nothing was happening. I looked over at the TV, and there wasn't any noise coming out of it. Maybe some real faint background music, I'm not sure. But what I was seeing on the big screen looked like I was at church. And looked like there wasn't nobody there, hardly than 4 or 5 people maybe. And I thought, I wonder what happened to my Jeanne Robertson video. So I went over to see what was going on, got the remote, got up close enough to it I could read what it said on the screen, and it said, Jeanne Robertson, Celebration of Life, August the 29th, 2021. And I thought, no, what's this? What it was, the 29th, whatever day that was, I think it was last Saturday, they had her funeral. They called it a Celebration of Life, but that's, a lot of people call a funeral that. I still call it a funeral. But they were having her funeral, and they started right from the beginning when the doors of the church opened, and there was people coming in. Just a few people there, and I don't know, went on for 30 minutes with nothing except people coming into church. I watched the whole thing. Sometime in the last week or so, probably about the same time I found her, she passed away. I didn't know it, and I just, you know, like I said, I found her a week or so ago on YouTube, and it just kind of, it hit me in the stomach almost, made me sad and sick. It's like I'd lost a friend. It was just like I sat there and watched her celebration of life and listened to her son talk about her, and felt like I'd lost a friend. But I haven't lost a friend. She's still on YouTube. There's hundreds of videos of her out there. I intend to see every one of them, I hope, before I pass. I think I got enough time. I can watch several of them in a row. and I'm recommending it to you, Jeanne Robertson. If you want a good, uplifting 15 or 20 or 30 minutes, sit down and watch her and listen to her stories and have a good laugh. Until the next time, I'm the Hard Times Guy. Have a good day.